Hey guys, welcome to episode 4 of the Tech Check. Before we begin, here's a word from today's sponsor.
Today's sponsor is Anchor. If you haven't heard about Anchor, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. Let me explain. It's free. It has creation tools that allows you to create and edit podcasts right from your phone or computer. Anchor also distributes your podcast for you on multiple platforms such as Spotify and Apple Podcasts. You can make money with no minimum listenership, and everything is in one place to create a podcast. Download Anchor on the App Store or Play Store, or you can go to anchor.fm to create your podcast today.
Hey guys, welcome back to episode 4 of the Tech Check. Today we have our guest speaker, Prem. And Prem, why don't you tell us a little about yourself and what you're going to talk about today?
Hey guys, my name is Prem, and today we're going to be talking about space exploration, and that's something I'm pretty passionate about, and that's something I look forward to.
All right, sweet. Where do we want to start? How about recent news with space stuff? So,
Like Mars.
SpaceX stuff, because it makes sense.
SpaceX, all right, let's do it.
Let's do it, boys.
All right, Prem. So, somewhat recent news, I guess, with SpaceX was the launching of the Falcon and the Dragon capsule and stuff. What are you guys' opinions? Thoughts?
That was sick. That was the greatest thing of all time.
It was really awesome to see, just to see the rocket go up and then come right back down intact. That was a really awesome thing to see.
I mean, we also need to consider the impact of re-landing the first stage of a rocket. I mean, that could save a lot of money economically and probably provide more funding for other stages and missions that could again lead to further space exploration. So this could be massive for the industry.
And keep
Yeah,
in mind,
facts.
I'm like a private enterprise has sent humans into orbit.
That's true. I guess this is like the first time we're actually privately enterprising space exploration compared to years before when it's mostly been, well, it's only been national government agencies and stuff. So this is actually, privatizing space exploration and opening up to the public, like I believe Elon's trying to do. This
Right.
again could be massive for people like us who, aren't skilled enough to go into. So
Yeah,
you
I
guys-
mean, like now that they're reusing like a bunch of the stages and everything, like it just really adds like a new aspect to the. I wouldn't call it like market, but I don't really know what other word to use. So I guess market of
probably
space
industry.
exploration. Yeah, industry of like space exploration. Just because I mean now they can like basically recycle like entire stages, and it's pretty efficient because they just land the stage with the suicide burn. And I mean the only thing that sucks is that you can't see it actually land because of the shock waves, but I mean they still landed.
That's true. Yeah.
They still landed in the
That being
end.
said, imagine the amount of funding that's going to go into,
Sure.
later stages of the rocket for like deep space exploration.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said before, the money that we can gain from recycling first, just maybe even second stages of a rocket, it could be insane for deep space exploration.
Right, especially with the whole like going to Mars, like building a colony in Mars and transporting people to other planets. Like that could be super efficient and cost efficient if we're talking about that being an actual reality.
I mean,
Yeah.
if we're gonna go as far to say landing on Mars, how again would we land these first stage rockets on Mars, or because again that wouldn't really make sense, or would we just bring them back here?
We'd probably have capsules that would actually go to Mars, but the rockets would come back, just like
Mhm.
All right,
send the capsule to the space.
Yeah,
all
they could
right.
probably like send the stages back through like a moon slingshot. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so if anything
Yeah.
goes wrong, they can just come back.
I mean, not really if it goes wrong, just to recycle the stages.
Oh, that's what you're saying. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Imagine sending first stage using a different first stage for a rocket in order to get a first stage onto Mars, so they can send it back from Mars. Do you think they would do that if we were to, actually colonize planets like Mars or wherever?
Like what do you
Um,
mean use a first stage to send a first stage?
First stage rocket.
Basically, a reusable first stage of a rocket, right? To
Yeah.
send another first stage of a rocket over to somewhere like Mars or something like that.
But why would you need two first stage rockets?
Yeah, I don't know why you need
Yeah.
2 first stages.
Just use a capsule that could.
I mean, it's possible, but I don't know if it's realistic.
No, meaning,
Realistic.
oh,
It's not
okay. I guess you didn't get my point across really well. So I mean, I guess we'll leave it and just talk about Mars colonies in general.
Yeah.
Already, man.
Um, yeah, that was
Well,
my bad.
no, you're fine. You're fine. Well, all right. Do you guys actually like? What do you guys think? Do you think we'll actually like have a Mars colony by 2024? Like, what are the odds?
No,
Oh no,
I
no,
mean,
no way.
20.
I disagree. I think I trust in Elon. He's done crazy stuff before. Spurred tons
isn't
of
this one by
innovation.
NASA? Isn't the
Already-
Mars colony by
No, but like,
2024
doesn't
by
like
NASA?
SpaceX help out? I'm not really sure, but doesn't SpaceX help out?
Just
I mean,
think.
like,
I mean,
kind of. I mean, like on the
I mean,
last mission, they kind of collabed a little,
yeah.
cause,
Like
but like,
NASA gave the astronauts and SpaceX got the
yeah,
tech.
in
yeah, but
2010,
like, I don't know. I don't know if they're gonna. They might collab on this one just because of the whole reusable rocket thing, but
I
it
mean, it worked
depends.
last time when they collabed.
I mean,
Yeah,
I don't
I
see it by
mean,
2024. No matter who's running it, NASA, SpaceX, whoever. That's
mhm.
years time.
right.
Compared to the original space race. I want to be on the moon by the end of the decade. I think that the John F. Kennedy put out there.
Mhm.
Yeah, sure, we have more tech now, so
Yeah.
you could assume that would be by 2024, but you also got to understand the amount of technology needed to make a colony on Mars.
But
I
like
mean,
also, yeah. Go ahead.
then again, like you have to consider that like we don't know like everything that NASA has been working for in like the past like couple of years because like
That's true.
we don't regularly see like updates in technology and everything from NASA just because it's a government funded I don't know like program. So just like releasing all of their technology is kind of like releasing their like our space exploration like advantages to like other countries.
SpaceX.
Yeah, that's true. Considering it is a government company, I mean,
Mhm.
you could assume that they would be somewhat secretive.
I mean, I kind of
Exactly.
SpaceX more than NASA at the moment right now because, well, look at it. NASA's been around for a long time, and SpaceX
Mhm.
is relatively new compared to NASA, and look how much they've accomplished. And
Oh yeah,
in
I
like
know.
in 2010, who would have ever thought that like only 10 years later we would be having rockets that could go up and also come back down unscathed. So I
Yeah.
don't think by 4 we'll have a full colony, but maybe like 2030, 2040, who knows?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like by 2024 you might have like more of like a theoretical like model of a
Right.
colony rather or like a more like defined theoretical model because we definitely have theoretical models as of now, just like we just lack the actual like technology to back it up. So I feel
Exactly.
like we might have more patents by 2024, just
Right.
better technology by then to actually like support like a thesis of like colonizing on Mars.
Right.
There's also the fact that there's the possibility that we have data on Mars, obviously, but I feel
Mhm.
like there's definitely something that we're missing that could be crucial to building a colony on Mars. I don't know what I mean, but over the rover missions on Mars for the past couple decades, we learned a lot, but I feel like there's still a lot to be discovered.
Mhm.
So
What do
I
you guys think?
mean,
Possible to actually?
yeah, I mean, like I kind of agree with Neeraj over there because like we've only sent like robots to Mars, and like as much as like the data like the robots give to us, like literally like insane amounts of detail about like everything on Mars, it's just like it can't provide like I don't know like firsthand experience, like human experience, if you will. So like you can't actually
yeah,
get like an exact
Um,
feel or description of like
Right.
how
yeah,
it would
you
feel to be on Mars.
but you just have
Yeah,
like
these rovers
numbers.
don't give back the don't you know they don't show what a human needs on another planet, right? Because
Hmm.
all they run on nuclear power, so I mean they're gonna run for a while. But
Yeah.
and again, we don't know what necessities we don't fully understand the necessities a human has until a human's actually been sent to Mars.
Hmm.
I mean, like as rovers get more sophisticated and basically better, I feel like, they might even the rovers might even like possibly offer like a virtual reality type simulation that like people who'll be going to the colonies can like train using, so they make sure like they have everything.
I
I
mean,
mean, then
I can see
again,
why they might do that, but that would A, be expensive to put on a rover, and B, they could add weight and some
That's true.
add
You
I
want
mean,
everything to be
mechanical
light.
That
detail.
is
I
Yeah,
mean,
true.
like
it could
honestly,
add
But
complexity that you
if
don't
you
want. So
if you look at it, like making a virtual reality like simulation really isn't that hard because the only information you need is the numbers provided by rovers that we already have. So like then again, like you can see how it theoretically looks like, but again,
right,
you
but you
won't get
never
the
have that
feel.
physical interaction.
Yeah, no. There's
Exactly.
no way you'll have physical interaction.
Like I can guarantee you right now, like there's already like those type of simulations out there, and it's probably the
Right.
best that we can get right now.
yeah,
And even
that's
like
true.
even in the foreseeable future, it's probably the best we can get because it's just we have all the data. Like we have all the data we need from the rovers, just not human data or like human experience, which is like a really crucial part in like colonizing Mars.
Yeah, I gotta agree with you there.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, I feel like the only way they can really like fix that sort of like experience is maybe like send one or two people there, and then those one or two people maybe like run a bunch of tests and like stuff, and then maybe come
Hmm.
back with all of it, and then try to like actually create like a virtual simulation or some sort of like simulation.
The thing is, though,
Hmm.
you're underestimating how far Mars really
That's
Yeah,
is.
see,
true. It
Mars,
is
it's
Yeah.
not
super
like the
We
far.
don't
moon where you can go on in like a month or two. It's at least 6 months from Earth to Mars.
Exactly. I
we
mean,
don't have the technology to get people there fast enough and fast enough back, including
Right,
holding
exactly.
fuel and all that sort of stuff.
I
That's
feel
I
like
mean,
what
crazy. Six
NASA
months.
means, I feel like what NASA means by colonizing Mars by 2024 is like starting the process of doing it at
Right. Yeah, I
2024.
don't think they necessarily mean like have a full like
Exactly.
self-sufficient.
I mean, having developing a colony, no matter what they mean by having a colony on Mars, you gotta at least send one person up there, or else it's not a colony.
Exactly.
Right,
And
just like
and
on the
you
moon. Who would have ever thought like you could step on the moon, right?
mhm,
You
That's true, and
it took a
considering that the people who sent, the whole Apollo 13 mission going onto the moon was
right.
using technology, no less technology than
And
what's
then
in our
we've
smartphones.
exactly.
mhm,
I mean, yeah. So there is definitely the possibility that we could go to Mars, but again, we're going to need some sort of tech like nuclear fusion rockets or something in order to get there
mhm.
faster, so we don't avoid losing a lot of fuel and that sort of stuff.
It's just really we just need efficiency and just maximizing thrust like with that efficiency. It's just like
Exactly.
so
Like,
Mm-hmm.
that's probably why like nuclear fusion engines are really gaining popularity it's
well,
just because like the sheer speed that you can get places with or theoretically get places.
that's true. Nuclear fusion. I mean, we currently do have nuclear fission rockets,
Hmm.
which aren't as powerful as nuclear fusion. Considering that's just how the way that chemistry works, but
Hmm.
a nuclear fusion is again still theoretical. Apparently, using nuclear fusion, we could travel up to 12% of the speed of light, which is incredible.
Hmm.
But you also got and nuclear fusion rockets also provide massive amounts of impulse with massive amounts of thrust as well. So you're using a minimal amount of fuel to create a lot of power, which is always going to be helpful.
Right.
And
Hmm.
yeah,
Plus, we don't
you
know
want to say something,
how
bro?
like the fuel that we use in the rocket react in different, I guess, different atmospheres. For instance, you could use liquid hydrogen, liquid oxygen on Earth, but we don't really know how it's gonna, I guess, react when it's in the atmosphere of Mars.
I mean,
That's
I'm pretty sure we already have tests from rovers about what is in the
Yeah.
atmosphere of Mars,
That
and
is-
We
Yeah, that
basically
is
know the
true.
composition of the atmosphere.
exactly.
So like
And
unlike that, like we don't need like human experience or stuff like that because that's just pure data that
That's
you
true.
just need to measure.
That's pure chemistry that you can.
Exactly.
exactly, and it's
Yeah.
pretty easy to replicate like a small chamber with a given atmosphere.
That's
Mhm.
true.
So, I mean, I feel like we already know how fusion rockets would work. I mean, considering it's, again, essentially like lighting a nuclear bomb underneath a rocket, we're only going to be able to use it in space because using it near our planet's going to lead to lots of
No bueno.
damage. You know, it's not
Right.
going to end well. So,
We're about to start some
it,
radiation waves.
yeah, even at that point, it's not like the atmosphere of the given planet is gonna matter, because I can only see nuclear. Honestly, I don't know what stage a nuclear fusion rocket would be in, because
It would
it
probably
does
probably
require
be at an
fuel exchange.
interception
Probably like
stage because like
A
it's
what?
like once you get into orbit around Earth, or you could probably use like another stage to just like slingshot yourself past the moon and then just use one of these nuclear fusion rockets just to get there quicker. And then you could also use another stage of nuclear fusion rockets to just like slow down your periapsis or whatever
Right.
around
It
Mars
seems
Yeah.
like
just get into orbit.
Starship is going to be the rocket that SpaceX is going to try to send to Mars.
Hmm.
Their website has great detail on, I guess, the more minute details about like their whole Mars and beyond like project.
It's definitely going to be interesting to see how they tackle this problem. If they don't use nuclear fusion, again, it's going to be really interesting to figure out, well, what are they using? Where are they getting the power from? Or are they just
Right.
willing to wait out?
Hmm.
Willing to just extend resources and just wait it out?
I feel like
Elon-
at max they might need only 2 nuclear fusion engines. I mean, considering about like the theoretical numbers we have, like, they might need only
Yeah,
2.
but you also got to consider the fact that they're going to have to get back somehow.
Yeah, I mean that's true.
All right, so that's it from us. I mean, if any of you listeners have anything to add or want to talk to us about anything, let us know either via form on the website, through our social media, comments if you're watching this on YouTube, something along those lines. But uh, always, thank you guys for listening, and stay tuned for the next one.